So, CNN, like Politico, is moving more towards being Fox News propaganda because the rich people don't think the news media is subservient enough to Republicans yet. So they're buying up the news organizations that were far right of center and moving them into straight up delusional conspiracy theory area. So S.E. Cupp wastes 3.5 minutes where facts don't matter, reality doesn't matter, and she has no clue what her actual point is. It seems that deep thought, reality, trying to figure out what is actually going on is a complete waste over at CNN now that they have completely worthless people working in every single area. Now, waste 3.5 minutes listening to her stupidity.
A TV personality and a moron who has no business running for president. I'm S.E. Cupp. Welcome to Unfiltered. Now that sounds like something you might hear from a Democrat or even a never-Trumper like me, but that is reportedly what Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican and a longtime ally of Donald Trump, privately called the former president. A former DeSantis staffer is telling Vanity Fair. The love loss seems to go both ways. According to reporting by Maggie Haberman, Trump has called DeSantis fat, phony, and whiny. Now, this is a far cry from the cozy relationship Trump and DeSantis, often referred to as a mini-Trump, have long enjoyed. It's a relationship that might be turning now that DeSantis is pondering a 2024 run and Trump's fortunes may be shifting. But as so often the case, the courage to criticize Trump, even among Republicans who might want to run against him, is almost always reserved for private conversations. So when will DeSantis get the spine to attack Trump frontally? Not now, apparently. In the wake of the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago, DeSantis defended Trump, tweeting that it was another escalation in the weaponization of federal agencies against the regime's political opponents, while people like Hunter Biden get treated with kid gloves. Earlier this year, on the one-year anniversary of the January 6th insurrection, DeSantis criticized the D.C.-New York media coverage.
They are going to take this and milk this for anything they could to try to be able to smear anyone who ever supported Donald Trump.
And DeSantis has perpetuated Trump's idea that the 2020 election was rigged, both in policy and in his embrace of election deniers. But DeSantis is seemingly still too afraid of Trump and his voters to take him on publicly. Similarly, over in the House of Representatives, new reporting in the Washington Post reveals House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy worked in private to keep North Carolina problem child Madison Cawthorn from winning a second term. According to the report, targeting Cawthorn was part of a larger behind-the-scenes effort by top GOP donors and senior strategists to purge the influence of Republican factions that seek disruption and grandstanding, often at the expense of their GOP colleagues. McCarthy reportedly went to great lengths to hide these efforts, with money passing from top GOP donors close to him through organizations that do not disclose their donors. But publicly, McCarthy often defended Cawthorn, even saying that despite impolitic remarks about Ukraine, that he would still support Cawthorn's bid for a second term. But why? Why not call out these disrupting, grandstanding characters like Cawthorn and Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, and Lauren Boebert publicly? Well, in the cases of McCarthy and DeSantis, likely it's for their own political self-preservation. How courageous. That's it for me. See you next week.
So why don't Republicans stand up? Because their base doesn't want that. Their base wants bigotry, racism, and stupidity. The Republicans have never been strong. They have always followed along. Reagan said, drown the government in the bathtub, shrink it down. So Republicans have saying government's the problem ever since. Nixon said the media's out to get us. So the Republicans said the media's out to get us. Every single president on the Republican side of the aisle has added stupidity that everyone has followed along with after that, because they're not smart enough to actually think about what is going on. And CNN contributors and employees are now just as dumb as Republicans. If you want to find out reality, it is definitely not watching CNN. So if you like those videos, please help. The YouTube algorithm is horribly biased against, progressives. And the Republicans have massive amounts of money just to buy it off. So every time you like, every time you put a comment down below, helps us out. So like, subscribe, and if you really want to help the environment, down below is a link to a GoFundMe page where it has a brand new power generation that is 0% carbon emission and one of the cheapest productions of electricity the world has ever had. So go down, help us out.